owned it since 2009, stagnated from 2011 to 2017 when I met him, and then we grew pretty quickly, and then unfortunately, like a lot of you, I lost 2.5 providers this past year. Devastating. You know, you go finally to working 20 hours a week finally as patients and 20 hours as the business, and you're back to treating, 40 plus hours, and stuff like that. It's tough.
And what you started to, you said fleet feet, what was the other?
Laser funnel.
Okay, great. So what happened there? What are you doing with cash-based service? If you can talk about what life was like before laser, that'd be a good start.
Life before laser wasn't too bad, but that was before all the cuts, So honestly, this past year, I don't know if we would have been profitable without adding the laser and the other cash-based services. It would have been pretty close to break even,
So give us an idea, 2023 ballpark, how much did you do in cash-based services?
We were averaging probably about $2,500 to $3,000 a month, easily.
So 30 to 36K.
Yeah. 1
year, great. And how did you incorporate that into your practice?
Oh, very simple. We do not like Sonia. We actually offer the free trial. So that like a lot of you guys and what they, I think Bob Bocci's the one who started that. Was the laser sells itself. So we give patients one free trial, and I don't have to sell. Then they do it. Now we do have a 2-tier price because somebody had asked about that earlier. If you're a patient, you pay one price. If you're a non-patient and only come in for laser and that's it, you pay more. So it's a little bit of an incentive to become a patient, and so we were part of the beta test for the laser funnel. So not even a workshop, just the appointment funnel. And my goal is, when I told them when I wanted to do it, my goal would be a 3-to-1 ratio of return on investment. So we ran it in November, December, spent $1,800 on Facebook advertising, so $2,000 round up. Currently right now, we're at over $4,000 in revenue, and that's not the 3-to-1. However, I have currently 5 patients. Out of those 5, 3 are not even doing the laser. They just became patients, and they choose not to do the laser. Right? And so that revenue, and those are people that never would have come to us. So it's going to turn into probably about $6,000 of revenue that we would not have seen.
Great. Let me just summarize what you said there. You spent roughly $2,000 on ads.
Yes.
You had $4,000 in cash-based.
No, $4,000 total, not just cash.
Okay.
That's also, that became patients, and that's revenue. Okay.
Great.
Cash based out of that is, because that we've already collected out of the 4,000. That's about 2,800 to 2,900 of it. Because most of the other part that I haven't collected yet is the stuff because it's out to Medicare or other insurance, so it hasn't come back in yet.
So you have another $3,000 or so in insurance.
That's going to be coming. That I would assume would be coming. Yes.
Great. And you went straight to an appointment, or you did a workshop?
Straight appointment funnel. Now, in all fairness, I do feel for legality reasons, we do a screen on somebody that we don't know. We don't do the screens on our patients because we've already done all that. But somebody who's coming in the door that I've never met, so we'll do the screen, and I will do a 5-minute miracle with them during that free screening process, and then do the laser. And that's where I said, I would say half of the patients that chose to come back have chose to come back just as a patient. They decide, well, I don't need the laser. This worked just as good, and I don't have to. They don't have to pay for that then, And I'm a very high Mennonite, which is Pennsylvania Dutch population. So they are, I like to say frugal. Other people say cheap. So they don't like to spend money. But we did pay our laser off, and we charged at that point in time only $35 a session. We paid our laser off in 1.5 years when we first had it. So
yeah. Nothing like working with a patient that pulls out $10K in cash out of their pocket. It's an unreal experience.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
Megan.
Are you saying that in your 20-minute discovery visit, you do a screen, a 5-minute miracle, laser education, and laser treatment?
All right, so I'm going to put it back on you. When did I ever say 20 minutes?
You said in your free visit, you gave them more than 20 minutes.
When did I ever say 20 minutes? That's what you do. Is you do 20. Yeah. So
how long does it take you to do all that?
between 30 and 40 minutes.
Maybe 40 minutes away from you.
Absolutely. So when we do free screens for a non-laser whatever, and I track this and I'm very vigilant about this, 70% of our screens become patients. So when I look at it and say, all right, 7 out of 10 people that are coming into patients that would never have been patients before, that to me is to me it's a no-brainer. Now, what I will say is that when I lost a bunch of PTs and we were oversubscribed, then we really decreased the amount of free screens we're offering. However, in that case, we still, at that point in time, we're doing the free laser screens because those patients, a lot of them turn into cash, and so I would do that for cash all the time, for sure. But yes, you cannot do it. I talk a lot.
Get out.
Yeah, I know, it's shocking, but I there's no way, I don't see any way that I could do a quick history, do a couple tests, and do some type of treatment in 20 minutes. At Fleet Feet, I can't do that either. They only have 30-minute blocks, and I do 2, and then they block me off of space, because I'm always over on those 2. So, yeah.
Surprising.
I know.
Sorry.
No, that's who I am.
Yeah, I've been very aware. Yeah, we got it. What else? Other questions for Chris? Really?
Now,
Let's talk about something.
Well, the other thing I do believe is, and hopefully I'm correct on this, is that I was part of the beta trial, but I believe now if you own 3 funnels, I think it is, that the laser part is part of what you can get now to open to the general. I think isn't that what Sarah just sent out in the